See hit that. All right then. Let's get back to it. I got to reopen the stream of my thing so I can actually get the chat open. What the? Apparently, oh, I left YouTube running. Kind of just went on autoplay. Interesting. Oh, that's it back. Okay. So the sound hopefully is working. I think it should be good. Pop out the chat. Turn the music again. Not that, no. This. Bang! Well then, looks like everything's good. All right, let's get to the fun ones. Brachiosaurus. Ooh. Let's get this one going. Look at the back of the box. Beautiful. I'm just so happy to get a Brachiosaurus finally. Took them long enough to get to it. Now I need is a Mosasaur and a Spinosaurus. Then we can have some additionals like, Parasaurolophus, whatnot. We only ever got a Stingy Moloch. We never actually got a full Packy. Should probably add that to the list. Yeah, they can do it in their Lost World. They're totally gonna exist. Lost World sets they're totally gonna make. If we have faith, maybe they will. Give us what we want. Ooh. Or at least me. I don't know if anybody else really cares that much about the Lost World, but I do. Still the best sequel Jurassic has ever gotten. I don't care what anyone else says. Oh yes. Any stickers? Of course there's stickers. It's not nearly as bad as usual. We'll work with it. It's a nice looking box, I guess. Toss it in the back. Ah. There we go. I'm not sure I really like the way they're like all white. I don't know why they're doing that. It's strange. Weird. Well, let's get this big boy out. Brachiosaurus. Oh, look at it. Like the length of my entire hand. Come on, get out of there. Where are you? Hold the tail. Anything else? I think we're good. Why is my trash box so far away? Come here. There we go. It's beautiful. Oh, come on. Look at it. No. That's a loud snap. Whoa. Look at the size of this beast. I know it's not color accurate to the movie because it's more brownish than it is gray, but this is just too cool. Look at the size of this beast. Whoa. Can we get someone over here? Actually, we're gonna get a human eventually. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, I would have liked some movable legs. You know what? Still really cool. I'll leave you right there for the remainder of this. We got some big instructions to get through. I'm gonna scoot in so I can try to sit back and not put so much strain on my back while doing this, because I was leaning forward like a gremlin the whole time during the last stream. Scoot that over so I can see the full chat. Whew. Probably not one. I think I already came for the early one, so I'll just be mostly hanging out by myself probably. It's all good. I need this footage anyways when I do the reviews. Okay, let's get to work. Any characters in here? I don't think so, not for the first one. Gotta move the pile of poop over so that I can actually fit just instructions over here. Let's go. Part 1, build this massive Brachiosaurus. And now we get to work. Just relaxing. With Lego. That's all you could ever ask for. Oh, hello there. Godzilla Lego. Let's see. Yep, hello. Just chilling, building the final 2, the big sets for this wave. I really got to fix those thumbnails when this is all over, because Lego's auto thumbnails for this thing are really weird sometimes. But yeah, got a full work week ahead of me, so being able to, relax on the first day, just building some Legos, exactly what I need. I need to be there at 7 a.m. tomorrow, like usual. For certain though, I won't be doing it without all of these Jurassic sets built. I really hope I'll have time to do the reviews before bed, so I can at least get them ready to go. Oh wait, I missed something. Ooh. There's another one. There it is. There we go. One of those. I might as well just way to put it at this point. Gotta keep consistent after this. Is that one of these pieces? Looks like it. Yeah, I'm still not so sure how I feel about how big these vehicles are. It just really feels strange. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Look at that. Beautiful builds. Never seen that one before. Whoop. Oh, almost flew off in the middle of nowhere. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. I just want to get to the visitor center. That's going to be the fun one. Even if it is going to be just a fake visitor center, just a facade of one. Still not happy that we didn't get a full-size one. I don't see why they didn't do that. I really don't. Favorite set of the wave. I can see why. Because of the big boy, you know? It's just, you know, the ones with the new dinosaurs are always the most exciting. Like, that's just the obvious. And finally getting a Brachiosaur mold we can see again and again. It's just nice. Looks pretty good. Mostly custom made. Only the tail is reused and it fits. They made sure it actually fits, unlike the Dinosaurus, which did not fit. And most of the reused pieces it was given. It was very odd looking. It's a very good looking Brachiosaurus, is what I'm saying. Very handsome. Let's see. Grab these. Yeah, I mean, it worked for baryonyx, kind of. If you really stretched your imagination, you ignore the talon claw, but Dinosaurus was just butchered. It did not fit. Oh, there it is. Where's that piece? It flew all the way over there. And who knows, maybe one day they'll come back and they'll make it better Therizinosaurus. I highly doubt it, but you know, the option's always there for Lego to go ahead and fix it whenever they feel like it. You see, that's why, like, he says we get like this early, those big Lego YouTubers to get like early access to some Lego sets. That's why I'm never gonna get it, because I see stuff like that. Where it's like, yeah, your Therizinosaurus was awful. You need to do better. I don't think they appreciate that. Hello again. Yep, what's up? What's up, Andre? I'm gonna finish up the sets before I go to sleep. It should be more than enough time. I don't go to like 10. Hopefully. And this isn't a Lego Creator Expert set that gets really complicated. So we should be fine, theoretically. There we go. Yeah. I'm just really not a fan of these chunky vehicle designs. It really doesn't feel necessary. It feels super out of place for no reason. Like, yeah, we're just gonna make our vehicles gigantic. Like, why? Why? Why do that? That's probably my biggest complaint when I do these reviews, is just how chunky these vehicles are. I'll show you what I mean when I'm done with this, probably. Ooh. Okay. Slides right in there, it looks like. There we go. And that's the extra pieces. At least I hope so. It's always that fear that you forgot one little piece somewhere, because Lego gives all, you know, those extra pieces for the smaller bricks. That's not my extras box. Where's my extras box? Oh, it's down here. There it is. There we go. Good stuff. So John Hammond in this one. Finally have someone in here, kind of a minifigure to compare the size of this giant Brachiosaur to. Whew. Thank goodness the sun is finally going down. Maybe it'll finally get cold enough that I won't be like on the verge of sweating in this room. Gonna have to keep the fans down to reduce the noise. Arizona sucks. It's so hot all the time. I've said it so many times. My favorite dinosaur will pretty much always be Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's just the coolest, you know? Most muscular, most powerful. It really is just the best. You know, other choices are probably more like interesting, you know, things like Carnotaurus, Baryonyx, Extrinxonatosaurus, Cryolophosaurus, Kentrosaurus, Bahatosaurus, things like that, you know, but number one will still always be the Tyrannosaurus. Just can't beat him. Two of these, and then build cane. There it is, a little amber cane. There we go. Look at that. It's fairly large. It's a decent sized Brachiosaurus. Allosaurus. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. If I was to pick my favorite Allosaur, it'd definitely be Saurophaganax. Always a fan of the bigger ones, you know? Bigger is just cooler in my mind. Allosaurus is the lion of the Jurassic. Saurophaganax is the tiger. I mean, yeah, it could be bigger, it is fair, but this is Lego. I'm not gonna make a full scale like in the Lego game, which is just absolutely gargantuan. You know? I'll take what I can get. I should probably bring the Giga over. Yeah, there was. I mean, it's not random. You know, it's the new Jurassic Lego sets. I have to make a video about those. And I always start, you know, Christmas to start is always going to be building them, and then I'll make the videos for, you know, reviewing them. That's how it works. It is a pretty big question if it's worth it, because it is $80. I mean, you're just basically paying for the Brachiosaurus and the tree because, I mean, it's another car and it's really chunky. And I'm gonna keep harping on this: is why are they so chunky? Why did they make the vehicles so large? It feels more like a piece count padding type thing. And it doesn't really feel necessary. I'm gonna show you what I mean when I'm done with this, because I actually brought over my own Jurassic Park Jeep to compare it to the one that they gave us with the official set. They gave us with the official set. And you're gonna see the size difference is quite immense. Mine is significantly cheaper and still works just fine. It's actually ripped straight from the Lego game. I built it myself by comparing it to the Lego game and slowly assembling it myself. I felt very proud when I finished it. But it stands there and it looks like it's genuine. Like I don't know. Yeah, the legs don't move, which is what I said. It's like it's kind of the worst part about it, but I mean it's still a beautiful Brachiosaurus. It is a slight issue, but it's not so bad that I hate this set. It's more other things that would cause problems for me. Okay. Gosh darn it. Come on. There we go. There's a hair stuck on this. So I can get the hair off this sticker. Or at least I'm trying to. There we go. Got it. Clean. Okay. I looked at Nedry's Jeep and they actually do have. This says 18 and Nedry says 12. So there are some areas that do a good job in, at the very least. Some like they really do a good job making sure that the numbers are correct. I was like, they have 12 on, they have 18 on this. I was wondering if they just slapped an 18 on the other one. They did not. I guess they don't skimp when it comes to stickers. Which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Where are you going? parts 18. Goes on top, and then we get these two. Push that one like this, that one like this. Just scoot this guy's back a little bit so I can move the vehicle around a little bit since it's kind of the bottom of the screen. Oh, darn it. Very nice. Ooh. Nah, man. I just posted about it today. I was gonna make a call today, but I just got wrapped up in new Lego stuff and family business. So I'm gonna make the call whenever I find the time to be USPS and ask them, hey, where's my stuff? But it's like 8 o'clock right now. The phone line is no longer available, so just gonna have to keep waiting. Apologize, but it has been busy lately, so. And I've had to make sure that I would have time for this. Even then, I had to stop in the middle. So, life's busy, man. I'll make the calls when I can, but, there's only so much one man can do. So I would like to finish my Indominus Rex. Like I said, I just waiting on USPS to deliver my dang package. Watch it be like, oh, we needed some more information. It's like, you could have sent me something about that, right? Like anything. So like, oh, this guy entered your information wrong. I couldn't find your address. You couldn't have, you know, told me that instead of just leaving my package in a holding facility for like a week. 2 weeks, actually, at this point. It is what it is. Everybody here is already out of school. We dealt with that, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, where it was the swarm of high schoolers that hit us? Can't remember exactly. It was very recent. It was just like an absolute Mongolian horde. They were out the door, every table was full, every table outside was full, which is surprising because this is Arizona, and outside it's like 100 degrees on a cool day in the summer. But they were filling up every seat in the building, and some of them were standing and eating, and it was just insane. See, all that stuff's already come to pass where I live. That's funny. I use that exact phrase, Mongolian horde. And the other guy came in and was like, oh yeah, they moved you off to the front. Like, thank goodness, because I knew it was going to be 2 days in a row, because they, 2 days of finals. And I told the guys, like, just be ready, because they're coming. And he kind of laughed it off. And he wasn't laughing by the end of the day, I'll tell you what. And he was like, yeah, Mongolian horde was the right word to describe that. Upload more videos. You do Lego content, or what do you upload? That's a great question to be asked. I wish I could say that though, because I'm working. In the working world, I don't get summer off. I just keep going. Wheels at the back are nice. They're a nice touch. Now this tree is probably going to be the most complicated. This is a vehicle. It's nice and easy to figure out. Tree is going to have a lot of weird angles in it, and I know it's not going to be easy. Okay. So look at the size of this Jeep. Look at how chunky and blocky it is. I just don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of the way real quick, and I'm going to show you. So this, right here. This is Nedry's vehicle from the Dilophosaurus attack set. And this is my own custom-made one. You notice how unnecessary it was to make this thing absolutely gigantic. I even got the winch on the front. They don't have the winch. You notice that? How, with all these pieces, did you forget the winch? It doesn't look the best, but look at this little bar. Tell me you couldn't put the winch on? And like, just look at the side profile and like, I don't know. It feels like they're making these vehicles bigger just so that they can increase the piece count and jack up the price. It feels a little out of place. It really does. Oh man, the worst set? That's a difficult question there, sir. There's a lot of Jurassic Park Lego sets, and man, there are a lot of them. I'd have to go and look them up. You know what I should do? I should just do like a Lego dinosaur set tier list and just kind of rank them all. I was gonna do that, and then I just didn't. I should totally do that. Just rank every single, not just Jurassic Park, but every single Lego set that has ever included dinosaurs. So we get Dino Attack, we get Lego Dino, we get even like old, what is like the old, was it like a Lego Adventure Dino Island thing? That's like the old sets I didn't even get because they were like before I was even born. Yeah, some of the studio sets. Just every single Lego set that's ever included dinosaurs in it. I'll have to assemble a list. Because I know Dino Attack, I know Lego Dino, there's Jurassic World, there's those Jurassic Park 3 studio sets, there's the Lego Island Dinosaur Adventures, and there's probably some more somewhere scattered in there. I'd have to go and figure it out. I wouldn't count like little individual things like they had those old ones where like in like the boxes, like there was like an individual mosasaur, an individual like thing, or like a not even like the expert dinosaur sets. I mean specifically sets like this. Sets that have something and a dinosaur with minifigs. So not just a plain dinosaur by itself. I don't think I'd add those to the list. To try to keep it more focused. More on a place set than a model. I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That'd be the way to say it. Because you build one dinosaur by itself and it's just the model. You take one of these and it's meant to be more like you can play with it and it has like play features. They have to have play features. I don't know, I was trying to think because I definitely would totally do that. No opinion on each of the sets. Do we include both Dino Attack and the Dino Attack, like what was it, like 20 something, like the additional one where they removed all the guns? Do we count those separately? Some of them actually do have like entirely separate builds, like that helicopter. They removed the guns and they added like that cage thing to it. Right? I am remembering that right. I think. Mutant dinos are still dinosaurs. Yeah, because they don't look like any actual dinosaurs. They just want to make some... You know, it was during those, like, late 90s, early 2000s, like, you know, everything's got to be super cool and rad, so they make these mutant dinosaurs that are, like, spikes, and they have red glowing eyes and all that crazy stuff. It was cool, and I loved the Flash game that came with it. If you never played the Dino Attack Flash game, for shame. It's gone now, but I used to play that all the time. It was up on the Lego website for a long time. There are a lot of pieces in this bag. Holy moly. Hello, Paleospino. What's up, my man? There it is. Chompy boy. Hello, everybody. Oh, whoa, let's drop that. There's like a net just attached under my desk to catch falling Lego. That's overkill? I don't know. I don't think it is. All right, let's get to work. Was it those? Okay. Yeah, I really do think, like, after doing this, all I can think about is they really do need to make a Lost World collection, because there are 0 Lost World Lego sets. None. There's a Lego Studio set that has a T-Rex in a city, but if you count that as a Lost World set, then I don't know what to tell you, man. They can... it doesn't really count. It's just a dinosaur in a city. You can see that in a lot of locations. Oh, the movie. Yeah. It was a Marvel movie. Things happened in it, and I mean, I've never held the highest opinion of these types of movies. Like, I don't watch complicated cinema. I'm getting ready for Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. But it's not my kind of uncomplicated cinema, you know? Like, some people just like watch superheroes punch things. That's their thing. And, you know, more power to them, but I'm just not entertained by that kind of stuff, really. So really, it was more just kind of passively sitting there, kind of petting the cat. I'll be honest, I was spending a lot of time just petting the cat, who was up on the couch next to me. I went on my phone a little bit. Yeah. I appreciate you asking, but just know it's just, it doesn't really matter. We love how. I'm sorry, I can't really understand. I love how strict movies present times. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yep, there's another Marvel movie. That's what I thought we might have been watching, but no, it was Quantumania this time. Honestly, you should probably wait for my evaluations. I'm still processing them, and I haven't finished building them. And it's going to take me really thinking about that, comparing them to the prices and all that, and then I'll put out my reviews, and that will be the best place to look if you're going to wait on those. I mean, if I'm going to pick, obviously any of them, they're going to get the highest of ratings. It's going to be the one with the new dinosaur that's entirely custom modeled. It's always the bigger sets that are cool, but yeah, I'll get more, like I said, I'll get down to it. I'll make the reviews as soon as I can. That's a new one. Look at that. But so far, I have very mixed opinions between various different things. Because it feels like, I've said this during some of the other parts of the streams, it feels like they're padding out a lot of the piece counts and making the sets more expensive simply by including a lot chunkier cars. As I was pointing out, this is Nedry's vehicle from this wave, and this is mine. Just look at how much thinner mine is, look how fewer bricks there are. It really feels like they used more bricks than were necessary to make these sets more expensive. It feels really weird. Like, why did you make the car so huge? What purpose was there? Honestly, the Dilophosaurus set was one I was showing off. It's good for the E-Stocks and the Dilo, but it just, the car still bothers me. And I know people might not share the same opinion as me, but this is just how I feel about it. I genuinely don't understand why the cars are as huge as they are. Like I said, I can't really find another explanation that makes any sense to me. Actually, I missed a part of this. Like, it's just, I really trying to think of another reason why the cars would be so big. But no matter how hard I try, I just can't come up with any explanation that isn't because they wanted to make the sets have more pieces, so they could charge more. Look, I know everyone's hurting Lego, but you didn't need to do that. You could have included a tree log, you know, like I did with mine, so you can actually, and then you can include the wench on the Jeep, so that you could do the whole, you know, recreate the whole scene. So yeah, this is going to be a set of contrasts. Unlike the Dominion wave, which, you know, was like, there was actually quite a lot of problems with that one. I'd say there's less problems with this wave than there was with Dominion's wave, but there's still some issues I'm going to have to sort through when I talk about these things. Yeah, I can't wait for the new Godzilla movie. I mean, all we've seen is a teaser image, but all I need to know is that they're making another one to know I want to go watch it. Favorite set from Dominion. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's going to be the Quetzalcoatlus set because Quetzalcoatlus is just too cool to have in Lego form. My favorite pterosaur. I would say my favorite Asdarkid pterosaur, but it's technically true, but it's just my favorite pterosaur in general. I like them big. I like my creatures as big as possible. So give me the biggest flying creature that's ever existed, and I'm a happy man. Yeah, we'll get to him eventually. We'll get to the big set eventually. No. It was always a T-Rex. It was a T-Rex and an Alamosaurus. If you're talking about the skeletons in the visitor center, it was a T-Rex and an Alamosaurus. It always was, and it always will be. It's kind of like the people who are trying to debate whether the Jurassic Park raptors are Utahraptors or Deinonychus. They're Deinonychus. Anyone who thinks the Utahraptors doesn't pay much attention. Utahraptor was discovered during the creation of the original Jurassic Park. Information wasn't released to the public till after the movie released. You mean Alamosaurus? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. But it fits in line with the other pterosaur, so... I mean, it's just part of their style for the pterosaurs at Lego. Like usual with Lego, the best part about it is that if you have a problem, you can just fix it yourself. Which, eventually I'll build my own kits so I can give people the instructions. Although we'll have to come with a set of 2 different wings. I talked about that in my Discord. We were talking about how you're going to have to make a set of flying wings and a set of walking wings because there's just no way to properly represent both kinds of wings any other way. So here's the question I think we should be asking. What do we think is going to come next? Is it going to be more movie-based sets? Is it going to be an original wave? Because they're going to do Jurassic Park every year, I would assume, from now on. Even if they're going to give them, one set, they're going to do something Jurassic Park seemingly every year at this point. So what comes next, It's a question to be asked. Do you remember those fake leaks where they said they're going to make a Dominion Wave Part 2 for this wave of Legos? Nah, they're not going to do The Lost World next year. That's definitely not going to happen, but, we can hope. Gosh, imagine, they wouldn't include that many new anyway. If I had to pick any, it would definitely be Stego. I'd pick Stego. If we could get lucky, we could also get Para. Packy would be a difficult sell. They'd just be like, we already have Stiggy. It's kind of like why they didn't make Natsutoceratops in the Dominion Wave. It's like, we already got the Triceratops. We don't need another Ceratopsid. They were wrong, but that's the choice they made. Ooh. Yeah, I could only hope. Couldn't we all? Lego isn't exactly one for giving Jurassic Park fans what they want. They're kind of about giving us the scraps they find on their dinner plate after a heaping helping of Star Wars. I go into the store and there's like a $600 AT-AT walker and a whole bunch of different spaceships and just shelves and shelves of all these expensive, totally, probably wicked for a Star Wars fan sets. And then for us Jurassic Park fans, we don't even get one. Not a single one of those expensive adult sets, because screw you. I don't know why they just won't do it. Why they won't make us big sets, That's the neat part about Lego. It doesn't matter how bad the movie was, the sets can still be good. Dominion showed us that a bad movie can sometimes lead to bad sets, though. So we'd have to wait and see. Because there were some pretty mediocre sets in all those waves. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This should have been a direct-to-consumer big one, like the Jurassic Park gate. I'm pointing to it. You can't see it, but it's right above me up here. I would have paid top dollar for a full-scale, $300 visitor center set, but no. We just get this. Tell me we couldn't have both. We couldn't have the play set, and then we couldn't have the big one. Like, no, it's just not possible. Okay, Lego, whatever you say. But see, that's the problem with Jurassic Park franchise. They focus entirely on children, forgetting the fact that you can do both, and it's not even that difficult. You don't have to exclusively make things just for kids. Like, this is it's such a horrible fallacy to fall into. We make a dinosaur movie, only make it for kids. But why? The original Jurassic Park was terrifying. It gave me nightmares. And you know what? It's my favorite movie ever made. It really is necessary to make the dinosaur movie scary. Stop making everything so baby. In Lego's terms, it's please stop making only sets for children. There are still some adults who like dinosaurs. You could make, even if it's just one. Give us one per wave. That's all I ask. But no, we can't. Have you seen The Meg before? Yeah, I have. It's an alright movie, I guess. It's got a megalodon in it. Just gives us some bonus points. I saw the trailer for The Meg too, and God, it was so dumb. It's megalodon attacking a T-Rex. About as accurate as showing a human fighting a T-Rex with a spear. Yeah, no. Anybody who watched Jurassic Park at a young age, I think we all share the raptor nightmares. Being trapped in various locations, running for your life as raptors stalk the halls. The one I remember best was the one in the hotel. I think the one stuck with me the most because my dream conjured a team of police who tried to come in and save me, and they got freaking eviscerated. Like, just absolutely ripped to shreds. When the people who are sent to save you get obliterated, what are you supposed to do? Yeah. But you know what? It's all part of the experience. I think having a child experience fear in a safe, controlled environment like that, it's good. It helps them mature emotionally. Every kid's gonna conjure a boogeyman. At least, mine was the dinosaurs. Whether it's positive or negative, that's up for interpretation. That's just my personal belief. I feel like you have to scare kids. You can't baby them. You can't hide them from the truth. They have to be able to experience things. And fear is a great thing. Getting to understand what fear is very well, it's very important. And when you do it with dinosaurs, I think it's a pretty good way to do it. Teach your kid the most important lesson of all. Dinosaurs are terrifying. They're wondrous, marvelous, and amazing at the same time. They are just terrifying in every possible way. I mean, the book is so gory. It's amazing when you look at the book and then you watch like the most recent movies that try their best to avoid having any kind of violence or gore in them, and you look at the novel and it's just a bloodbath. Yeah, that's why I really want to learn Lego stop motion, so that I can make my own Jurassic Park films that properly embrace the terror. It'll be done with Lego, so it'll be, not so scary, but I'm not gonna let my medium prevent me from doing what I want to do. Just because the only way I can produce my own Jurassic Park movies with Lego doesn't mean I'm gonna hold back. I would like to make it as scary as possible. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I want to make a dinosaur horror game. I really do. I want to learn how to do like Unreal or something and like just make my own dinosaur horror game. A simple one, like just one laboratory where you're like underground, a couple floors, some puzzles, like a short RE like Resident Evil style horror game with dinosaurs. It'd be difficult to pull off, I recognize that, but if I could, it'd be great. Because every dinosaur game these days is some open world, shooter, survival. Where's the horror games, man? don't know, man. The Dilo scene was pretty terrifying. You want to discount that? You gonna just ignore how terrifying the Dilophosaurus scene was? I think you're talking about, wasn't it that they're supposed to include the scene where Ray Arnold gets chased around the maintenance area by the raptors? Isn't that the one? I think I've heard that before, where apparently they were going to film Samuel L. Jackson's character going into the tunnels and getting attacked by raptors, but because of the hurricane they had to basically scrap the entire scene. Something like that. Still, my favorite story about that hurricane is if you watch the special features on the original Jurassic Park, we'll talk about how Richard Attenborough slept through the whole thing. That'd be me. That would be me during the hurricane, just snoring away. Yeah, I had an interesting idea for a story. It was, I'll just share it here. It was going to be about a company that had cloned dinosaurs and was kind of hiding it from the public. They were planning on doing some stuff with it, but what they had a secret project they were working on where they were trying to sort of advance the human genome, and they were combining dinosaur and human DNA, which wouldn't result in what you think it would, because dinosaurs themselves would be the enemies. Like they were just raptors, Dilophosaurus, Carnotaurus, and I think T-Rex is the ones I was going to choose. And inside the facility, during the length of the story, you would eventually find the result of this human dinosaur genetic experiment. And it would actually be actual person that's giant 10-foot individual that's half dinosaur. And actually is pretty reasonable. You can actually chat with them, whatnot. And they could actually, go and it would be a huge, nice thing you get to, get to experience. Sort of the life of just this person that's half dinosaur, and they would help them throughout. They would help you throughout the game if you let them out, of course. It's locked in a room. I think it'd be cool. And being hunted by raptors would also be very rad. That was kind of the whole point. It's I remember me and my friend were working on a sort of test for it. We were creating one little science lab and tried to get a raptor in it, but it got complicated, so it never really came to anything. I'm planning on going back and visiting that sometime. It was a very brief summary about what happened in the story, but it'd be very complicated. I got a whole lore established, because whenever I'm off on my own, especially when I'm at work, my brain's just left on its own. It starts just writing worlds and stuff on its own. And there's a lot of history to a company that doesn't exist and hasn't even been put down to any pen or paper. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I just like thinking of stories. I like writing, but far be it for me to pretend like I'm that great a writer. I mean, I don't even read that many books. I just like to express myself, It's fun. It's fun to write things and create new ideas. Or just remix old ideas in a fun way. That works too. Games weren't so hard to make. The coding languages are just impossible to learn. I'd had enough trouble learning real-world languages. What is all this nonsense? One day I'd like to be able to learn another language, but I recognize that my own inability to remember things is really going to prevent that from happening. I have terrible memory, and so learning a new language is going to be not even an uphill battle, an up cliff battle. I'm going to be scaling the side of a massive cliff if I want to do something like that. Yeah, no, I've heard about that. That's very dumb. Who thought it was a good idea to do parachuting raptors? All I can imagine is that one comic somebody drew about the wolves being dropped into being like airlifted into a certain area to like help with the moose population. It just shows the dog descending with the parachute and a knife in its mouth. There it's supposed to be played for laughs, but I think that script of Jurassic Park wasn't going to be trying to play it funny. You know? I mean, that idea's been done a whole ton. Ironically, the one I was mentioning about how they found the dinosaurs is pretty interesting, and it's just it has your story, but it's like a brief mention because it's been done so many times. I feel like there's not a lot you can get out of it, but hey, you know what? Prove me wrong. I prefer more science fiction-y stories, anyways. More like about science and labs, resurrecting ancient beasts. I tried to find like a more realistic way for dinosaurs to be brought back in that story, so I thought of it like that there was an island, not where dinosaurs survived, but instead where a species of bird that was predatory was the only species on the island that was predatory. And so it started evolving like more predatory traits to hunt the creatures of the island because the trees were so thick and the canopy was so dense that they ended up giving up. Like over the millions of years they lost their flight and started hunting on the ground, and eventually started evolving those more like dinosaur-like traits. So it's technically what they find on the island isn't a dinosaur. In a traditional sense, it's more a creature that re-evolved dinosaur-like traits, and I thought that would be an interesting way. And so they study its genome and figure out which genes were like changed over time, and they start like applying it to different like birds, until eventually they start getting down how to clone dinosaurs. Essentially, not really clone them, but like modify a bird into a dinosaur. And that's where the dinosaurs kind of come from in that side of the story. I just thought that would be an interesting premise. Especially since that's pretty much how we'd have to bring back dinosaurs in real life, which is kind of more what I was going for. Just modifying genomes. Chicken stories. I remember wasn't Jack Horner trying to work on cloning dinosaurs or something crazy like that? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to old Jack Horner? That weirdo who tried to push the T-Rex scavenger theory. So I'll never forgive that man for that. Like, why? Why did you push the T-Rex scavengers theory so hard when it goes against like the basic function, like basic rules and function of ecology? We're almost done with this one set. I knew this tree would take a while because of the weird construction of it. Hello. Mr. Alan Grant. So this tree is supposed to represent, like, not only the tree the Brachiosaurus eats from, but also kind of the tree that they were sitting in. Like, they were sleeping in. So I don't see why this set shouldn't have included the Gallimimus if they're mixing scenes already in this set. Like, just go ahead and do it. I don't know why the Gallimimus didn't show up in this wave at all. They really don't. It's very disappointing. I would love to have seen the Gallimimus come back. Especially since it's the only major dinosaur in the movie that gets like an actual scene that doesn't show up in this wave. Which seems really strange. I would like more Gallimimus, really. That's what I'm complaining about. I want more Gallimimus. The set that came in was pretty pricey. Yep, see ya. Bye, my man. See you later. I don't know. I heard about that mammoth meatball thing. I just kind of pretended to, just kind of ignored it. I don't know what to make of it. It looked crazy. Oh, my goodness. Get back here. Got it. Okay. Yeah, see, I know it's getting late. I need to finish these so I can go to bed myself. We'll go to bed early and do the reviews tomorrow or something. I don't know, maybe we can do them later tomorrow. It's also an option. Just that I got to finish all these sets tonight. And it would help if I didn't have to get drawn away to watch freaking Ant-Man Quantumania. I think you mentioned before, like, I got some really, he's like, oh, I got really specific taste in movies, and that is fair, to be honest. I don't really like movies with giant monsters and dinosaurs in them, kaiju and whatnot. Because beyond that, I don't really see a reason to watch a movie. Like, I could just play a game. Why would I watch a movie? I could just play a video game. There are very few movies that can catch my attention. Not because I'm bored, but just because I'm like sitting there thinking the whole time, like, why am I even watching this? What's the point? I could be playing a video game and be having twice as much fun as I am having right now. That's pretty much it from my opinions on movies. It's just, it's whatever. It's another Marvel movie. I just kind of tuned them out at this point. It's just kind of white noise. Is it bad? Is it good? Don't know. Who cares at this point? My parents like the Marvel movies, so they pick them for movie night. But that's just how it is, because everybody picks based on their own interests, and nobody in this house shares an interest. My parents kind of agree that they're alright with watching superhero movies, so they tend to pick them quite a lot. But I'm more of a giant monster, dinosaur kind of guy, and then I like I guess you call them, I guess it's really pretentious to say that I like good movies, but it's more like I like interesting things, I like new things. So often I'll watch a movie that even if I don't think it's amazing, I still like it just because it does something like weird or new, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. My parents hated that movie, just despised it, and I was relishing in how weird it was. It was fantastic. Pretty much anything that I really like, my family's not really my family, but my parents are guaranteed to hate. That's just how it works. So whenever I'm picking for a movie, they get all worried. They're like, oh, not again. What is it this time? It's like, well, I'm sorry that I don't just pick another gosh darn Marvel movie. I messed up on the construction of the first one. I'm sorry that I don't just like watching the same stuff over and over again. If I am, it has to be, like I said, Godzilla or Jurassic Park. You know, just need some big explosions and giant monsters. You know, the fun stuff. I mean, I just get it. Some people like superheroes. Like, for me, it's giant monsters. I just prefer it if they didn't keep dragging me in. Just leave me out of it. I don't need to watch it. I just like watching giant monsters blow stuff up. Is that so much to ask? Why do we gotta keep... They're like, oh, I just like watching superheroes beat things up. And that's really what it is. Like, they just like their thing, I like my thing. And we don't overlap all that much. Yeah, that much is true. Quantity over quality. Yeah, no kidding. I would say I prefer DC, but I'd have to qualify that it's the cartoons because I grew up watching, you know, the animated series for Justice League, which was really, really good. I mean, we rewatched that recently. Still an absolute banger. Sometimes you watch those shows from when you were a kid, it's like, oh, this isn't as good. We rewatched all Justice League, and it was like, God, this is just fantastic. This is still amazing. Yeah, I did make that. Okay, I want to go back and take a look at something. No, okay, I was like, I can't find more of those pieces. That's because I was supposed to only put one on here. It makes sense. It's like, why? I don't know. Whatever. I fixed it. Problem is fixed. But yeah, DC ain't doing too well right now. Their products ain't that great, but Marvel's just sitting there churning them out endlessly, and it's just like, alright, I don't care. You have 100 new movies every 5 minutes. I have no interest in your factory of superhero movies. Thank you. There are some movies that I just kind of, I just kind of try to ignore. To be fair, though, like I am one of those individuals that just seems like an anomaly these days, where I don't experience FOMO. I do not worry about missing out on things. So when it comes to things like that, I'm just kind of like, oh, it's a new Marvel, okay. If I don't want to watch it, I simply don't watch it. I do not care how many other people are like, oh, I watched it. It's like, oh, that's great, man. We're happy for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Because I'm certainly not watching it. Yeah, I know, right? Real funny. It feels good, honestly. just I really feel like more people need to like stop being so obsessed with what other people think about them and all that. That could be a lot happier as a society. Just if we could all just do what we wanted and not have to worry so much about doing what everybody else also does. If we're all so preoccupied with those kinds of really inconsequential things in the end. There's so many things I've never watched that people were always like, "What? You've never seen that?" It's like, yeah, I just don't feel like watching it. Anything I mentioned before, there's just too much. Plus, I just like playing video games more, anyways, which does help. And video games are kind of the superior form of entertainment. They're just better than everything else in every single way possible. Storytelling, engagement, all that kind of stuff. Although sometimes not relaxation. And that really is only because I like online games, which I avoid, because online games just aren't very fun. And I'm just not very good at them. Yeah. I heard that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 existed, and like I said, I just was like, okay. I guess it exists. And I never watched it. And I'll probably watch it for movie night at some point, and I'll end up seeing it. Till then, though, I have no intention of watching it on my own. We'll see, won't we? Because isn't he taking over DC now? Let's see what he can do. I like the use of hot dogs as tree branches. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not interested in whatever Jurassic Park's doing next. If they keep on this track, like if they try to continue from Dominion, there's no hope. Dominion was god awful and the story made no sense. So if they try to continue off of that, there's no hope. I'm just being honest. They're just gonna keep going forward. Like they're not gonna do anything interesting. Like go back and explore some smaller stories that would be interesting. Nah, that's dumb. Why would you want to hear about that? We're gonna continue forward with our world where somehow dinosaurs and modern animals can just magically coexist because we said so. Which was the biggest, like, what the fuck moments in the film for me. Like, are you kidding me? Modern animals and dinosaurs cannot coexist. That is just not possible. It's not movie. You can't pretend that it is. It's just not possible. There's a limited number of resources. And when it comes down to a fight between a T-Rex and a wolf, the money's on the T-Rex. The bear gets all of his spots poached by Baryonyx. What is he going to do about it? The Baryonyx is larger, heavier, and better equipped to fight him. You know? It's just not going to happen. And that's the part that annoyed me, one of the biggest parts that annoyed me about Dominion. They were just like, oh, maybe we can coexist. No, the heck we cannot. Dinosaurs and man cannot coexist peacefully, and especially, like, just regular animals, they are boned. But no, let's just pretend like everything's okay, that nothing bad will happen. Just where the whole, like, for kids aspect comes in, because it is Just super immature. Yeah, no, the entire ecosystem would collapse. Like, instantly, with dinosaurs running around. Just, the food chain would just be gone. It just wouldn't exist anymore after the dinosaurs get through with it. All modern animals would be just gone as well. Muscled off of their territories by creatures significantly more powerful than they are. But Dominion's like, no, maybe we can coexist. We just have to, believe in each other or whatever stupid crap we're talking about the ending there. And that's why, again, I really wish that I had the time to learn some Lego stop motion so that I could just go ahead and do it on my own, because it's pretty clear that the Jurassic Park franchise is not going anywhere. It's found what it wants to do, and that is to sit there and do nothing. While pretending that humans and dinosaurs and modern animals can just coexist. I don't know what was going through the head of the writer when they made that. Like, genuinely don't know. There was potential, but unfortunately the guy currently heading the franchise says it's unfranchisable, Colin Trevorrow, which it isn't, and if he thinks that, then he shouldn't be in charge. There's more than enough material here to work with, and he just doesn't want to use it. Kind of like one of those... No, I was going to give an explanation, but it just doesn't work that well. But yeah, it's just... I don't know. After I heard that, I realized... maybe we aren't in the best of hands. Maybe this guy shouldn't be in charge. I don't think the guy in charge of your franchise should say the thing he's working on can't, it just doesn't work as a franchise. It just, yeah, it doesn't work. And when it takes, I don't know. I feel like he just gave up. Like, I don't know how you make the film, like, Dominion as bad as it is if you actually care about the movie you're making. Like, maybe it was because executives came in and kept, like, mandating all sorts of stuff, but regardless of whatever reason it is, I feel like he gave up. Anyone could have written better, my dude. It doesn't take much to write better than Dominion. Do you have working fingers? Do you know how to type on a keyboard? Then chances are good you can write a story better than Dominion. I don't know why they hired the person that wrote Pacific Rim Uprising for that. That was another big mistake. Then you hired a writer whose only previous writing credit is ruining one franchise. They're gonna come in and do the same to you, pal. Yeah, so I know it's hopeful thinking that they would actually straighten up their act, get a half-decent writer, and actually make something worth watching. But you know what? We can remain hopeful that they will, they'll figure out what they did wrong, and that they'll fix the problems. Unlikely, but we can have some hope. If we want this franchise to survive more than one more movie, then they're gonna have to have some kind of hope somewhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how mine would have ended. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe not New York, but definitely a big, like, metropolitan city. Like, my ending involved Donson being very evil. I would imagine he would tie a dead man's switch to himself. That when it goes off, it just releases tons of dinosaurs and activates like beacons that like draw dinosaurs in the middle of like all major cities across like the country. Just all of the cities just get overrun in like one quick moment. This sticker is amazing, by the way. I love it. I want more signs like this. Give me more. Who knows, bro? Who knows? It's just another thing to add to the list of wasted potentials in Jurassic World Dominion. Also, I don't think they should have control. That whole sonic brain control thing was really, really dumb. They really should, go back to the thing about Jurassic Park, which is that man never has control. That's kind of the whole point of the franchise. And then Dominion comes and is like, we could just we can flip a switch, and they follow our commands. Watch this. It's like, are you kidding me? You can't just ignore the theme of the movie. You gotta stop. They really did that, though. They really did ignore all the themes of the original Jurassic Park for no discernible reason. Look, now we have the pink frog. I think this might be it. Wait, finally we done with the Brack. Yeah, that's fair. I think everyone agrees that Donson was a very ineffective villain. He was very, very lame. I mean, the guy got angry and slapped chairs. It's not exactly villain material. Alright, there it is. Beautiful tree. And the Brachiosaurus is just about tall enough to reach the top branches. Munch, 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 munch. Hello. Look at that. Big ol' Brachiosaurus. Munch, munch, munch. Very cool. I see I got all these Jurassic Park stickers I found. Put them on my cup. Alright. So, this out of the way. It's time for the big one. 600 pieces. What time is it? It's 9? Man, the time flies. What the hell? I said I'd get this done before I go to bed, but it might be midnight before that happens. I guess I blame the tree. Come on. Get open, you little bastard. Okay, it's not opening on that side very well. Let's try it. I can't try the other side, that's right. Gotta keep pulling and hope for the best. This box is tearing. I can appreciate the eco-friendly attempts. My goodness, is it making these boxes fragile. Hard to open. That's what I assume, like why else would this be so difficult to just open the dang box? There we go. Tear up this perfectly good box all over the place just because the box is so fragile. Get all this out of the box. There's way too much stuff. Just put it in my lap for right now. Whoa. It's a package. Three, 5, 2, oh, that was fell on the floor. 2, 1, 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some extra bits. Oh, that's not a bad plan. The whole giant T-Rex skeleton we did a while back. Except for Camp Cretaceous wave. Here's most of the raptor. Need to get in a piece from inside to be able to finish that. And there it is, the scar-covered body of a T-Rex after the fight, which doesn't make much sense in this set. What's happening during the fight. Again, I said, like, this is a perfect T-Rex for the Jurassic World wave. But not so great for the Jurassic Park wave. It's a cool T-Rex. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, and I like having it because now I got a perfect Jurassic World T-Rex. It's kind of weird that it came in the Jurassic Park collection, you know? Although we do have a proper Rexy now. Like a proper Jurassic World Rexy. Yeah, it's a good plan. It really is. There's that old Camp Cretaceous set. And there it is. Rexy 2014 Rexy with a dull coloration covered in scars. Perfect for a Jurassic World set. The stickers are in here, aren't they? Oh, they got the mural. This is the one where it's actually more technically counted as an instruction book. It's huge. This is massive sized instructions. Where am I going to put these? Like I said, if you want an accurate Jurassic Park Rexy rather than a Jurassic World Rexy, you have to get the 2014 Jurassic World set with a T-Rex chase. Because these colors are too dull for Rexy in the original Jurassic Park. They are great for Jurassic World Rexy, terrible for Jurassic Park Rexy. Because again, they're just too dull. She isn't that dull in the original Jurassic Park. She's very vibrant brown. Very muted. You know? Alright. So, find a good position to get in to build this giant thing. Now we need is this. There we go. It's the same as the other one, I think, so no need to show off that raptor right now. T-Rex construction. Yeah, I feel like everyone's got to go off the bed before I finish. Such is what happens when I get called away to watch some movie and I have to build giant Lego sets. I understand. That's what happens. I have to, and the only bad part is that I can't really, like, stop and, like, put on a YouTube video because I need the phone to record all the footage. It is what it is. Yeah, see your Paleospina. Just a bummer. I really wish I didn't have to get called away to watch a movie. I could just have sat here and finished this up at a reasonable time. that's cool. They look a double door piece now. I didn't know that. I was like, getting Jurassic, getting these new Jurassic Legos that's once every year just gives me, yeah, it properly informs me of all the new pieces that they've introduced. Oh, I skipped a step. Oops. I never built Grant. Wait, what? How did I miss that? There you go. That's Survivor Grant. Doesn't say 2D2 of them? There it is. I'm blind. It's right in front of me. Ooh, look at that. It's an interesting way to build some stuff over here. These long 1x4 circular thingies. Come on. There we go. Yeah. See you later. Like I said, seems like everybody's just heading off to bed right now. I have a job to do. Sit here in quiet contemplation as I finish building this behemoth of a set. Oh, that's weird. They're see-through stickers. What the heck? Transparent. That's pretty good right there. Yeah. It's kind of cool actually, so you can actually see through it. I'll give him points. That's pretty neat. You can see the Parasaurolophus right in this image. Only we could get ourselves, you know, one of these. Turn very carefully because the sticker is going to be... Nope. The Dinosaur realized I've been putting them on the wrong way. So I take the paint out, put it back in this way, so then I need to put it backwards. So that I can put it like that, right? Yeah. Take this out. Put it the way in. Did I do it that way? I think we're good, yeah. Very nice. Fudge. Come on. I'm just gonna put these little flower things on top. Whew. Go. Got Tim without mud on him, and of course you're gonna have Lex. Oh, I was just gonna talk about something. It's always these flowers, man. They're always hiding underneath something. This nothing would have worked better for whipped cream. Like for the, not whipped cream, but shaving cream for the shaving cream can. And the frog is the cake, okay. shit. Where do you think you're going? Straight to knock over everything over here. Got it. Look at this. Funky looking. Gosh darn it. Fingers. I have adult fingers. It's so much harder to get in there. There we go. face. Young Henry Wu. That's pretty neat. It's a mischievous face. And a happy face. Come on. Where the heck does it snap on? Finally, jeez, man. Bro, what? Yeah, I'm surprised you're even still here, I'll be honest. Like I said, I thought everybody went to bed already. And it was just kind of me hanging out. I'm very tired too, but like I said, I'm gonna finish this today. So yeah, take it easy, Boulder Rocks. I got these set today, and by the Lord, I'm gonna finish them. So once the stream is over, I'm just gonna turn around and fall right into bed. I don't even want to clean anything up. That's for tomorrow's me. of the keyboard first. Ooh, piece of amber on the desk. Very nice touch. After this should just be like the roof. And like the T-Rex skeleton, I think. And finally, I can go and collapse into bed. Sure, a lot of extra pieces of this one. Dang it. Oh, I almost missed that. I was like, what? Look at that. What is that? And then, boom. When dinosaurs ruled the earth. Oh, whoa. Okay, give me one sec. Crap, knock something over there. Got to plug this in because it's gonna die. There we go. It's gonna start freezing up probably occasionally, and I'm just gonna have to pay attention to it. Just pay close attention is all I gotta do. We're getting close to finishing, so I just gotta hold on. Got Ray Arnold. Fine, all of you follow her, I don't care anymore. Using closer to me. Okay, we can still see it. We're good. We're good to go. I don't know what this is for. Oh, little ones, okay. Come on, you little disc. You can double these up. There we go. Where the hell did that go? Alright, I have no idea where that flew off to. I fired it and it bounced somewhere. Crap. Well, I guess I won't be able to put the thing on. I was like, oh, well, test it. Now it's gone. So yeah, like the one thing didn't give me an extra of, and it's disappeared somewhere. Take this off, but I can't actually fully use it because, again, the thing kind of disappeared. There we go. Let's fix the front and the skeleton. Almost done. I can feel it. I can taste freedom as well as all these finished driftworks. That's looking pretty nice. Survivor settler. Wow, look, someone's still up at this hour. What's up, Godzilla Drawer? I'm not gonna be here for much longer. We're almost done. Oh, phone froze. Thank you. I don't know why. It just keeps doing that today. Probably because it didn't charge it this morning. It's good that you pointed that out. I wouldn't have noticed. Because, you know, I just assumed that, you know, no one's even kicking around at this hour. I don't know if I should be glad you stuck around or wonder if your sleep schedule is just boomed. You know? I don't know. I'm not gonna try to figure that out right now. Whoa, look at this guy. Oh, I like that. I could use that in a lot of sets. And a lot of builds. That's a great piece right there. Yeah, I'm not even gonna think about it. I'll have to answer that question. You know, when I get to the reviews, when I actually start talking about the sets themselves, all that kind of fun stuff. I don't know if it's new, but I've never seen it before, so, you know, it's gotta be somewhat new, because it's not in the LEGO catalog that only just has like all the old stuff. They at least all have something going for them. I can say that. They're not like Dominion where it's like, oh, this one's good and this one's just straight up awful. Mostly, these all have their benefits. He's just chilling. The Brachie's just chilling back there. Yes, the skeleton is the final bit of this entire operation. This hunter is pretty cool. I just, like I said, I really wish there was a bigger one for like more adult collectors. T-Rex plaque. There's a lot of room for improvement, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, you're really expecting to build like full size anything? All this articulation over here really makes me think of my models. You know? It's actually got like a lot of posability over here. It's kind of funny how they do the arms here. Look at that. Sticking the little arms on the front here. Rarg. Gotta hurry up. I don't know how much longer the phone's gonna last for. It might just turn off here at the very end. It's on very low battery. I have it plugged in, but its charge is going in and out. Yep, there it is. Leave me alone. There it is. It is super derpy. And that is the end. Put the T-Rex back down to the visitor center. You know, try to set this up. T-Rex looking down at this little boy. Just trying to get this all looking at it like some sort of decent setup going on here. You know? Oh, these are that's mine. There we go. Put all the vehicles in the back. Just got some pie at a pool. An East Dock sign. And set up all the characters. Huh? We have like at least trying to feed the dinosaur over here. This is a Brachiosaurus. An egg clutch. There you go. That will do. This is all of the sets. This is everything you get from other than this, I guess. Move that in the frame a little bit. Actually, get out of my chair. And that's what you get for like $300. You can see everything here. There's a skeleton back there too. Alright, I am very tired and it is late. So, you know, I'm surprised you stuck with me, Godzilla Joy, but, you know, thanks for sticking around. I think it's time I headed off to bed. Yeah, I understand they're expensive. Yeah, like I said, it's probably time for me to head off for bed, so I'll get an update later, I guess, but thanks for joining me, man. I need to get some sleep.